This long-awaited national survey that United Van Lines puts out every year tells you where you should and shouldn't put your real estate investments in 2021. We're going to check it out right now. Hey everybody, Jared Jones, broker owner of Jones Group Real Estate, and today we're going to delve into the data provided by United Van Lines. Now you might have seen those massive moving trucks. They're a national van line that does interstate moving all over the US, and they do a national survey, which they've done for 44 years, which is absolutely important data for sharing the migration patterns of people throughout the US. We're going to look specifically at what they just produced for the year 2020. Let's get started. According to the study, which tracks the company's exclusive data for customers, 2020 state migration patterns, Idaho was the state with the highest percentage of inbound migration among the states who experienced at least 250 moves to qualify to be in this report. Topping the list of outbound locations was New Jersey. 70% of all moves for New Jersey were folks leaving the area. And this has been a trend for the last 3 years. Now let's talk about where the largest exoduses are taking place aside from New Jersey that we just pointed out. The next few states would be South Carolina, 64%, followed by Oregon, South Dakota, Arizona, New York, Illinois, Connecticut, and California. Probably not a lot of surprises on this list. You've got a lot of large cities. Chicago is obviously a mass migration, so Illinois makes the list. California has become supremely unpopular lately with political situations and high taxation, and so you're just seeing cash leave these areas. New York is another. Then this probably represents areas where there's a lot of buying opportunity, great deals to be had if you want to take the risk of putting your money in those locations. Now, United Van Lines also conducts a survey examining reasons behind Americans' migration patterns, and I'm going to share with you some specific ones that affected Florida and why people moved in and out of this location in our market this year. But the survey results overall that 40% of Americans who moved did so for a job transfer. And this is down from prior years. This doesn't surprise me at all because another survey I saw shows that 90% of people that were moving in the same county. So not a lot of people are moving out of area. So that doesn't surprise me at all. And more than 1 in 4, 27% of folks moved to be closer to family, which is significantly up over prior years. Now, data from March to October 2020 revealed that the COVID pandemic influenced Americans' decision to move. For those that selected this as a reason, the top reasons associated were the concern for families' well-being, their own personal well-being, desires to be closer to family, again, moving changes due to employment or work, probably the fact that they have the ability to work remotely allowed them to move somewhere else, or desiring a lifestyle change. Now listen to this. For retirement, Montana and Delaware experienced more inbound moves than any other state at 41%, followed by Florida, 39%. South Carolina and Minnesota also made that list. Throughout the pandemic, major metropolitan areas such as New York, Newark, Chicago, Wilmington, North Carolina, and Boise, Idaho all saw very high levels of outbound moving. Let's talk about where the move-ins are happening. Where's the money going? Where's all the new revenue? Well, there's the top 10 most popular places in the market. These are going to be places where if you're a seller, you're winning big. If you're a buyer, you're struggling to get a house under contract, and these markets are hot. Number 1, Idaho. Number 2, South Carolina. Number 3, Oregon. Number 4, South Dakota. Number 5, Arizona. 6, North Carolina. 7, Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, and Arkansas. Now you'll notice that some of those names were some of the names that were on the other list. So there's obviously some certain areas like Oregon that's actually got a lot of inbound and outbound demographic trading going on. Let's talk about the number of reasons people moved into Florida this year. Well, the number 1 reason was retirement. Number 2 was their job, and number 3 was lifestyle. The top 3 reasons people moved away from Florida, number 1 was to be closer to family. Number 2 was a job transfer. And number 3 was retirement. So there's a small segment of people that actually moved away due to retirement. The majority share of people that moved out of Florida was 65 or older. The majority share of people that moved into Florida was also the same age. Now here's a key and interesting metric. When you talk about how expensive could Florida homes get, well, that depends on how much money's in the pockets of the people that move in. Listen to this. Nearly half of all the people that moved into Florida this last year had an income higher than $150,000. The second graph down, 26% of people made between $100,000 and $150,000 of the inbound metrics that were measured. Now this could be the type of mover, right? United Van Lines is doing the track here. So maybe not everybody has $20,000 to spend on their move, and there's people that aren't graphed. But this is just what they're providing for us. And what it's telling us is that the majority share of the folks coming in were on the upper end of the bracket as far as income is concerned. Same thing with those that left the marketplace. Super interesting, super interesting. Thanks for watching. Please give our video a thumbs up, give it a share to someone you know, and if there's anything we can do to help you, please reach out. Buying or selling a home in Central Florida is expensive. The Jones Group leverages the latest technology and passes the savings on to you. List your home for just 1%. Buying a home, get $7,000 cash rebate before close. Make one call, that's all. Better service, lower fees.